Before we start, I would like to inform that our city has been divided to two parts. This is the residential zone, whereas this is the service, commercial and the industrial zone. To start with the service zone, the water management towers, basic water towers, have been lined in our Dreenity as shown here. Apart from this, rainwater harvesting structures have been installed at the rooftops. Factory production consists of small factories, the basic factories, the high-tech factories and the nanotech factories which do not cause pollution. The sewage treatment system of our city consists of basic outflow sewage pipes and the small sewage outflow pipes. Now, coming on to the waste management criteria. Waste management as a criteria has been widely considered. Instead of incineration plants, 2 recycling centers have been set up which are based on the principle of 5 Rs. The energy provision in our city has been really divided to 2 categories, that is the solar power plant which caters to the energy provision for 35 households and the wind energy which is divided to deluxe wind power plants and the small wind power plants. Now, I would like to brief upon our next criteria, that is education. Education has been divided to 4 parts, that is the nursery school, the Department of Education, the grade school, the public library, and in the middle of the city, the high school and the community college has been constructed, which has led to a tremendous boost in the population of the city. Now, I would like to draw your attention to security. The security in our city has main highlights with 2 systems, that is the drone protection system and the police present. Here is an example of the police present which caters to the security management of all the households in our city. This is an example of a small drone-based system. Similarly, 4 small drone-based systems have been built in our city. Drones provide commercial aerial surveillances and they provide for disaster relief. Here you can see that the drones are monitoring the city management. In relation to this, I would like to also brief about the small control net tower. Now, you might be thinking, what are omega zones? The omega zones have more residents and they help the population to sky high. Omega homes produce the neo-similans which are used at the neo malls. This is an example of the neo mall. The neo mall provides items such as here it has provided the eco bag. I would like to highlight the salient features of our residential zone. Here is our residential zone. The residential zones range from the skyscrapers to the small residential buildings. Now, I would like to highlight that there is a system of photovoltaic roofs and structural rainwater harvesting system. I would like to also highlight the green space in our residential zone. Now, this is basically the green space that has been provided in our residential zone. This is the landscape, the big lake, the small lake, and here is the small fountain park. The economy in our city has been divided to 2 structures. That is, first is the trade depot, which is basically the export system, and the second is the global trade HQ center, which is the import system. In order to manage all the things efficiently, a sustainable government system is required. Therefore, the government department of Dreenity is divided to 6 institutions, that is the City Hall which collects the taxes, the Town Hall which checks for city achievements. Now, turning on to the Omega Research Centers, here the Omega items are prepared, and the new bank is where the PhDs transform the omega material to useful items, whereas the omega lab is a place which is the source of omega material. It is always time for a new beginning. With this, I conclude the bird's eye view to our Dreenity, which I hope has encouraged everyone to not only delve deeper to their thoughts into sustainability, but also plan on how to implement them, how to put them in the near future in reference to such virtual models. So let's pledge to introspect our daily life consumption practices from now on and move towards a sustainable living. Thank you, UrjaKohli.